the Outback Motor Speedway, second race of the season. I want to thank Sammy Payton of Fire Protection Company. Second year he sponsored this race. 32 racers in here. It's been pretty hot, so it was a good sponsor to have. I want to welcome you back to Victory Lane, Trevor Feathers, and running Randy Ritters.
Yeah, Randy, we talked about 2 months ago during dirt late model season, and I told him, I said, I'm not going to race every week with my wife being pregnant and everything. So I said, you get the car ready, I'll come in every once in a while. Well, we're not racing again until next weekend with the real late model, so I actually got in touch with Brad, and he's like, I got to find a ride first. So then I called Randy. I was like, you got that car ready? He said, yeah, come on over.
Yeah, I was going to get that in. You jumped the gun on me to congratulate you. If you're going to be a father here, you say in May.
Yeah, me and my wife were really excited about it.
Yeah, we was talking about your dad and your mother. Now I get to go over and tease them about being grandparents. But good race. What do you think about that car? It was one of Don's from Atlanta, one of them Hitman chassis. What do you think of it?
He builds a good car. It was the same all night, and that's what I like about the cars. Even with my MOR cars with Uncle Jimmy, they're the same all night. From when we get here till we end, we don't change a whole lot. I think we changed one tire after warm-ups, and you can't ask for a better car to know what to expect when you go from lane to lane.
Yeah, I was having to keep opening the door, and I was letting the cold air go across it so the track didn't come in and get real tacky. But I think by the A main, it was getting enough bite in it to be a good race. Y'all seem to run a real good race. Yeah,
I saw a couple of them out there, and we were practicing, fighting a little tight, and I was a little free, so that worked out perfectly for me. By the time we ended the race, I was starting to get a little tight, so I know they were even worse, and I just kept trying to better my lap times. I thought Junior had a real good car there, and he started off good, so I watched his lap times, and as I was getting to the lanes, I was beating them, so I knew I had a chance. I just need to stay out of trouble.
Yeah, and then, of course, Junior had to start on lane 6, and we know how that is. You end up on 7, 8, so if you don't make your laps up down on the bottom, you're sitting duck out there. But you ran a good race, and welcome back, and I guess you'll take next week off, then maybe we'll see you again.
Yeah, we got to go down to County Line in North Carolina next week for an Ultimate Series race, and then I'll be back over here, but it'll be in the old Orange 20, more than likely. He's been working on the cars, trying to get him ready to come back in here, but I definitely got to say thanks to Randy. I'm glad to give his box a win and his son a trophy and check to play with.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what this season's going to hold. We had a record set for the first race of the season last week with 30. We got 32 in here now. We're still missing another 5, so I don't know what this season's going to be. But good luck on your late model race next week, and we'll see you when you get back.
Thank you, and thanks to you guys in here. You guys do a good job with everything.
All right, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Just to stay alive, 'cause the heat is on.
Back here at second place at Battle of the Bull Ring, sponsored by Sammy Payton, Fire Protection Company. Want to thank him again. Can't thank him enough. 2 years in a row, but you're starting off strong. You won the first race, had to stick you out there on 6. That's probably the worst lane. You still hung tight, got second. Car wasn't quite as good, I don't think it was, as the first race, but you still a wheel owner. You're right there. I told you I want to see you get up there in the points, and right now you're still in the points lead.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good points battle, but it wasn't as good this week. And I think I just overdrove the car trying to catch him, and I hung on there for a while. I knew I was going out, and I thought Randy was going to get me for second, but I held on to second, so I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, I told him, I said I had to keep raising that door. We have 32 people in here, and getting so hot in this garage, I guess it was good with our sponsor with the fire protection, but track never really come in and got real sticky, I don't think. So do you think that kind of hurt you, or just a different day, a different dollar?
Yeah, I mean, I like when the track's a little slippery, so it probably helped me. Last week was a little slippery, and Trevor's run's pretty good anytime, so it's good to run second.
Where do you think you lost time? You think just mainly because of your starting on 6, or any lane that you was worse on, or? I
like starting on like outer lanes. Probably I just got in a lot of wrecks. Yeah, maybe that's probably what hurt me, I guess.
That's all right. Still starting off first and a second, you can't hang your head, especially 32 people in here. You're lucky if you make the A main.
Yeah, I barely made the A mains. I barely beat Allen to make the A mains. That's pretty good.
All right, man. Well, congratulations.
Thanks.
All right, here we are back with third place. This man was grumbling last race, finishing third, and something tells me you're going to grumble more because I think, I don't want to really rub it in, but I think it was a car out of your box that won.
Yeah, backup car. I mean, Trevor's a good wheel man. He called me today, probably 12:30. We talked there a couple weeks ago. He said he might run for me, once in a while if Jimmy didn't come, and I told him I'd have him car, and he called me 12:30. I said, I got you a ride, and he's that good on the trigger. I had a good car. I thought I should have run second. I wrecked a couple times, but I think we could have been 1-2 tonight. But we'll take 2/3 in a row, and we'll move on from here. And I don't know. I might have to keep Trevor home. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, thanks for him coming driving. We all kind of. Junior's helped me through the years. Jimmy. I wouldn't be as good as I am if it wasn't for Jimmy and Junior and everybody that helped me get here. So, feels good, being up front and being fast every time you hit the track. And we'll keep trying and hope the sound's on tonight. I want to thank the sponsors. Last week, I think USA Produce, I didn't thank them, but and all the sponsors that makes this go on, and
Fire Protection Company.
Fire Protection Company. I went to school with his son. Can't remember their names, but I went to school with his son. So, yeah, thank them, and at least we got a trophy to take home. It's not mine, but it's in the box.
Yeah, well, I think tonight you've seen a classic example of what we've always said. Trevor ran almost a perfect race. He didn't hardly, I don't even think he wrecked. If he did, it was only one or twice where you all were wrecking, and it just shows how far you can get back. Taking nothing away from Trevor, he ran an excellent race, but I think that's what the difference was of how he got out those couple of laps. But either way, good night of racing. Like I told them, 32 people here. We just keep on pushing the records, and you make the top 8 out of 32. You've done something.
Yeah, I thought Junior won last week, and I took a couple wrecks, and he did too. But we probably had worse rotation than they did, and I almost got second. So I'm right there with him, and if last week I had good rotation, my car wasn't good. Tonight I had bad rotation, my car was good. So everything's going to have to fall into play for me to win. So, but
yeah, but you got a good start to the season. It's the best start you've got. 2/3 in a row, 2 podium finishes. You can't complain.
Oh no, we're going after championship. So, we've been moving up one spot every year. So hopefully we jump like 3.
All right, man. Congratulations.
All right, thanks.